Alright, here's another character creation. Got the Redguard this time. Kind of starts out a little looking pretty rough and tough there. I forgot to use the randomize button at all last time. Oh, hey. If you wanted to just like click randomize a few times, you can maybe get kind of close to a look that you want, and then just kind of customize it from there. You know, that's not a bad idea. Boy, these guys, some of these guys are goofballs. Look at this. Whoa. Kind of a leopard face. That's just straight blackface right there. Alright, well, I'm not going to dick around with that too much. Test some of the voices. Not bad. Nah. Just kind of scroll through here, let you guys hear some of it. You know, there's not a giant difference between all of them. They just kind of get a little deeper. So the same alliance choices. There's 3 alliances. Since he's a Redguard, I'll stick with the Daggerfall because that's where he's supposed to be. Of course, here's all the races. Of course, this is a Redguard video. Okay, last time I made a Templar. This time I think I will make the Dragon Knight. Alright, go to the next one. Let's make him, the last guy we made kind of a bigger, muscly guy. Let's make this guy all nice and thin. Make him nice and fit. Let's make this fucker tall. Because the last time I played that Lyris chick you start out with, she's freaking tall. Alright, let's take a good, okay, let's go ahead and just take his clothes off here. Oh, that looks pretty cool. So it lets you like preview veteran gear. I guess this is some of the like higher end gear, or it could be one of the things you can purchase in the like store. It has like a, you know, purchase a little store you can buy like stuff in. You know, just like a free to play game, but this isn't necessarily free to play. It's buy to play. Whatever. Let's get him naked. Check out some skin color options. The Redguards, I believe, are kind of Indian sort of looking color, so I'd say most of these are going to be darker colors. See, that gets real dark, unlike the Breton, I don't know how to pronounce it. It pretty much had like solid white to tan. This one gives you a lot more control if you have a darker complexion, or if you're, you know, black or Indian or whatever. You know, if you want to get it closer to looking like you, maybe the Redguard is a better choice. I'm gonna stick, I don't know, just kind of give him a good little tan there. So I'm assuming all these body marks. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I assume they're the same. However, I already saw something different there. So there's the regular Freckles. See, ooh, this has like this. I don't know what they call this, where you like scar your body up intentionally. That's pretty crazy looking. Seeing this is some more of that. I remember seeing this, like people actually do this to their skin, but I can't think of what it's called. I saw it on like a documentary thing once. Here's what I had a while ago. These scars appear to be less so like battle wounds and like more so very specific cuts because it's symmetrical. It's kind of cool looking though. So there's, yeah, this was on the other one, the burns, severe burns, scars, the bites. It looks like from what I can tell, each race will have a, did it have the lion? Did I skip the lion? Yeah, see, the dragon tattoo is a little bit different on this one. The dragon was what I put on the Breton. This, what the fuck? Okay, we're back here. As you can see, there's still a lot of issues with the just connection issues. There's still a lot of connection issues in general. And to top that off, I've recently changed my internet and it's not really working correctly. I just had to call customer service and see what was going on, and they were like, "Oh, there's an outage, blah blah blah. Maybe it'll be better in a few hours, don't really know." Anyway, this is where I left off. And some of these later body markings are different. I thought that it would be like the first 5 or 6 would be like race specific, but it looks like the first few, and then maybe the last few as well, because I couldn't choose that on the Breton. God, I wish I knew how to pronounce that correctly. So and it still has the little tribal stuff. So I don't think this was an option. It might have been. I don't know. A lot of this stuff I don't really have too much interest in. If this is probably a big part of like Redguard lore, I don't really know all the. Oh, actually, that kind of looks pretty cool. I'm okay with that. Apparently, they like black and blue. Oh, this is like Nightwing. Hell yeah, I'll stick with that. So the same shit applies on the like gut size, waist size, arm size. If you haven't checked my Breton, God, I wish I could pronounce that correctly. If you hear me say it like a stupid, tell me how to pronounce it correctly. I say Breton, it could be Breton, I don't know. Maybe it's blah, blah, I don't know. Anyway, check that video out for the in-depth look at all of this. If I can talk right, it's all pretty fucking like infinitesimal. It's small changes to all of these. I mean, you can probably, fuck around with the body as much as you want, but you're so quickly covered in armor or some type of outfit that it won't really matter. So, okay, we'll go to the head type. It's the same choices as the other one. Heroic, soft, angular. My character looks different because when I first started recording this video, it was I randomized and then I had to start over and I couldn't get that. So let's make this guy a little older so you get the nice wrinkles. Yeah, let's give him this age right here. So let's check the adornments. So we got beards. I'd say a lot of this is probably the same, but they might have a few options that weren't there. So far, it's all the same. Little chin straps and beards and goatees. Maybe that one's new, I don't know. Some stubble. The eye patch. It's kind of lame that you can't just choose an eye patch to go along with whatever facial hair you want. It's just one of those choices. Little pencil mustache, all this shit, and the silly headband. Let's we'll go with some little stubble here. Let's see. Okay, no, that's Freddie Mercury. Whatever, little stubbly goatee. Hairstyles, not too much different. Oh, that one. These are new. So we got some braids, dreads, cornrows. A little bit of a fro. There's shaved bald again. Feathery hair. Balding. Well, there you go. There's kind of like long ass dreads. Oh shit. Long dreads in the middle, mohawk stuff. Some fros, dread ponytails. And that one's the same. A lot of dread options. That one's the same. There's that stupid double tail. The braids. Let's give him something nice and unique. Since here, I kind of like this one, surprisingly. I'm not going to play as this character, but I like these braids, or these dreads, whatever they are. Where's the ones with like the beads in them? Those were cool. It has, yeah, there it is. It takes a second to load a lot of this stuff, so you got to be patient with it. Let's see, what color can we make this? We got dark, reddish. I mean, there's a pretty good amount of hair color, hair choices and stuff. Unless your hair is just like something ridiculously crazy and unique, you can probably recreate something along the lines of what you have. I like the white here. Head markings. I know there's some different head markings. So the Redguards appear to be big into the face paints. There's like the freckles. Still has the scars. See, there's like the symmetrical scars. And there's Bravehearts. Some more paint. I want to see stuff that's unique to... Oh, there we go. Full on face paint. Blackouts. There we go, some big old face paints. It's I really like the black and the blue. I'll stick with that. It kind of matches my Nightwing body here. The same applies to all of this. If you want to see the differences in size, check out the last video. This stuff, it's so just minute that I just don't care about changing any of it. So eye color, I'm assuming, is mostly the same. You got your dark colors on the right, lighter colors on the left. I'm a big fan of the white iris and the black pupil. I think it's like the first option. No, it doesn't look quite as bright as the other one, but maybe I'm just wrong. I'll go with the opposite, make it nice and black. Again, this stuff, don't care about it. You know, if you care about it, just check out the Brett. God, I'm hiccuping, yawning. It's too early for me to be doing this. Or too late, I guess, since it's late at night. All of this stuff, you know, there's a lot of the stuff you can change here. You can eye separation and the eye height and the eye squint. And, you know, some of it's kind of cool. And it'll, you know, really, it gives you a lot of choices. But for the most part, the only sliders I care too much about are like the eyebrows. Just changing the small stuff. I can't even really see the eyebrows all that well. They appear to be exactly the same as the last one. Okay. You get the gist here. Lots of eyebrows, no eyebrows apparently. So let's change the gender here. And let's check out some female options. And I gotta say, right off the bat, she's pretty sexy. Right? I like the face paint on her. So same stuff here, make her nice and thin. Give her some meat on her bones. That's right, that's how I like my ladies. Get her nice and muscular. That is how I don't like my ladies. Somewhere down here. Oh yeah, let's get her nice and thick. Alright. Height. Make her, just kind of keep this in the middle. Skin color is probably about the same. Yeah, there's darker colors, there's brighter colors that doesn't get too bright with the Redguard. Kind of keep her sort of a tan. Body markings appear to be the same. They are changed with her having a bra on. Some of them look a little cooler on the female body. Like the body paint looks cooler on the female body. Maybe that's just because I like females. I usually like to play as females in games and stuff, but in MMOs I rarely do. Same burns. The burn scares me. It's like Freddy Krueger burn. So nothing particularly different there. I was expecting maybe some female exclusive stuff. So it's kind of a letdown. No, not terribly. It's not that bad. Like that. I like this paint, but it looks way better on the female. Same sort of stuff here. Oh, posterior dimensions. Ba-ba-dunk. I mean, yeah, you can change a lot of stuff. And I guess I could check out the faces. Heroic, soft, angular. She still has the age that I put on her, or I put on the guy. Let's change that and see what they look like. It's just the same thing, sort of. Add some wrinkles. Let's make her nice and young. She's so pretty. Here, tell you what, let's... Head markings appear to be exactly the same too. Hey, these they kind of like run together, sort of. Like the stripes like line up. Let's give her no head markings so I can check out stuff better. Let's see, hair color, let's get her a little bit of darker hair. Check out the hairstyles. Got a bun, Some big feathery hair, some dreads, some braids, another bun. Now let's start at the beginning. Froze, bald, ponytail. That's nice. A lot of similar options just on the female body, except there's some female exclusive stuff. Like there's a storm mohawk, looks pretty cool. Some different braids and dreads and froze. They look about the same. Nothing too crazy. It's kind of a weird bun thing. Long braids, big bun. Okay, we started over. I like that one, whichever one that is. I think that looks nice. Is that the one I chose? I don't know. Yeah, right here. I'll stick with this. This looks nice. Wrong. Damn it. Which one is it? Right here. So it looks pretty good. And again, there's all these choices. We can check out the eyebrows, which are even smaller and harder to see on the female. Yeah, there's a pretty good amount of choices. So far, I'm pretty intrigued by all the decisions. I think the character I made, the Breton Templar character, I think at least the appearance of him, I think is probably what I'll stick with. I liked it quite a bit. So that's going to be the end of the Redguard video. We'll go ahead and randomize some shit here. See what all we can get. Crazy ass looking ladies. Hey, let's check out her gear. Veteran gear. This gear just looks freaking cool. And I can't wait to be that cool. But see, it's like all of that customization that you like go through trying to do. And if you end up with gear like this, that's all you're going to see. Is that little bit of face. Whoa, her boobs got bigger. I guess there was a slider to make her boobs bigger. Well, there was for the guy too. Whatever, anyway. This has been the Redguard character creation for Elder Scrolls Online on Xbox One. If you want to see more, if you want to see anything specifically, just, comment below. Request if you want to see something very specific in terms of character creation or of this game that I'm able to go to. I'll check it out for you, make a video for you. No problem at all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.